Yo, what is up, everyone? This is your man Eddy OUT, live from the spot. You already know, bringing you another movie review, and I am so ecstatic, so excited to finally talk about this film, Avatar: The Way of Water. First and foremost, after waiting 12 years since the first one, December of 2009, this sequel here, it was worth waiting for. And I'm gonna be honest with you all too, this is actually a better film than the first one. It feels more coherent. A lot of the characters have purposes. You feel for one another. The problem with this film, just to jump on the cons right away, is subplots because of the sub characters that we have in this film, but it is for good purposes as well. It feels more intense. The action scenes are way better as well, very choreographed, and you could tell what's going on at the same time. From the very beginning, the film starts off, especially from Jake's journey as a Na'vi, especially as a leader. It's really great to see Sam Worthington back, especially Zoe Saldana back as Neytiri. I think they both do once again a phenomenal job, especially Zoe Saldana. To me, I think she was like the heart and the soul alongside with the kids, because they have kids now in this film. But she always brings the emotional element in this film too. And Sam Worthington, dude, like if you didn't really like him in the first one as much, he's better in this one for sure. Like, because you believe him as a dad, and you also believe him as a leader. He's just a loving father at the same time, and you could tell that they heavily, and I mean heavily, worked so hard. They shot underneath the water, especially with the actors, and because of the motion capture that they had to work with, endure with, and you could tell that this really took forever to make it right. I think it's so spectacular yet again to see how big and different Pandora can be. Personally, I actually like it when it's nighttime, just because when everything lights up, it's just so fucking beautiful at the end of the day. Like it really does. It captures this moment of clarity. You're amazed by how it looks. But I really like the daytime too, because it's so paradise, and you know what I mean. I always liked the first one. Like I remember watching it like religiously, and I have the extended cut back here. I haven't touched that for years anyway. But recently watching the first one from Disney Plus, which by the way you guys can see, just FYI, storytelling is simple here, but it has meaning, and you're there just to like actually see a film. Right as of this moment, yesterday, Thursday night, there was a report saying that I saw on Twitter that he already had a 9-hour cut of Avatar 3. So, and then the VFX artists are gonna start doing the effects and everything else. So it's gonna be a long one for sure. But right away, like after seeing the second one, it's like I really want to know what's happening next. Like the world building is what really helped here, but it's also because of the family. The family in this film, you feel for one another. You see typical teenagers doing stupid shit, just like typical teenagers do, right? But then they're also kids, and they learn all the time, like learn from your mistakes and yada yada. And sometimes it's like, oh god damn it, did we have to go here again? You know what I mean? And I left mesmerized, especially in seeing it on 3D, because 3D is the way to watch this film. One of the things that I did had a problem with is that the film actually should have been cutting down, just at least maybe a 2-hour and 50 movie, or maybe a 2-hour and 45. But you already know that's not gonna happen. But because there's some scenes that should have been cut down. You know, one of the sons have a subplot going on with a certain thing, so it's like, I get that. It didn't really have to be there of story purposes, and because of who he is in such a way, it's like, all right, like I get there's a similar factor to it too, but it just in a way could have just slightly be shortened down. I mean, but other than that, like it's a great film. I really highly enjoyed it. I do highly recommend seeing it, just because revisiting Pandora, and then seeing Jake and Neytiri once again, you believe in them being parents and staying together for one another. And then also, like, they have to fight a difficult war against the human beings. Another thing, the human beings are assholes, yo. They're freaking assholes, man. But you know, my rating for this, I would actually go with an A-. You know, it's not a perfect film, but it's slightly actually up there. It's so dope. It's really cool. But the action scenes really pays it off. There's some actually, you know, a little bit of horror scenes in there too, which is pretty cool. It makes the film more intense too. So that I give it to James Cameron. I mean, to the crew of James Cameron, to the editors, to the VFX artists, you guys done another great job. And release the third one as soon as you can, maybe in the next 2 years. We don't want to wait another 10 plus years for the sequel. I mean, nobody does anymore. I think, I know I'm not the only one feeling this way, but I have a feeling probably when we're going to see the third one, maybe by 2024 or 2025 at best. So we'll see about that. And I can't wait. I mean, the Way of Water, really highly recommended. Better than the first one, at least in my humble opinion. Even though if it's too soon, please let me know. Is the first one still a subpar film than the second one, or and did you have favorite parts in the second one? Because I actually think there was a lot of dope and slightly memorable parts than the first one, at least in my humble opinion as well. So thank you all once again. More content as usual, and I'm working on those as well, and I hope you all enjoy the journey and just the experience of Avatar: The Way of Water. Now said with that, Eddy out for now. Like, comment, share, and don't forget to subscribe. Stay up, y'all. Keep going. Much love. Y'all already know. I see you. Take care.